Thank you all so much for coming out here. I hope you're as excited to be here as I am.
Hell yeah!
It is an exciting time to be a part of libertarian politics in Nevada. And hopefully it's an exciting time to be a part of libertarian politics nationally. Nevada is the only state in the country to have a libertarian state assemblyman. And John Moore is a personal friend of mine. He's the best assemblyman in the state, best assemblyman in the country, and the only libertarian assemblyman in the country. I'm proud to call myself him a friend of mine. I'm proud to live in his district and be a constituent of his. And I'm proud to be working for the Libertarian Party of Nevada, and a member of the same party as him. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce the only libertarian state assemblyman in the country, John Moore.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you all for being out here tonight, for coming out and supporting all of us tonight. When I decided to make the move over to the Libertarian Party, it wasn't an easy choice for me, moving over from the GOP side. But the more that I realized that I didn't really fit 100% within the GOP, I realized that making that move was the logical decision and a logical choice for me. Brett Pajunas, a longtime friend of mine, I worked with him during the legislative session. He and I met. We just seemed to hit it off all really well together, along with Jason Weinman. We worked together on some bills during the session. And when he first approached me about moving over, hey John, would you ever consider moving over to the Libertarian Party, because you seem to vote both directions. You seem to go with the people more than with the party line, if you will. And so I gave it some thought, and the more that I looked at things, I realized that I finally kind of found a home where I could be more myself without being told, if you will, that I have to vote a certain way because of the party line. And so I made the move, and I'm really proud, really happy that I did. I look forward to my re-election here coming up in November. We've worked really hard up to this point. We're going to continue to work even harder to make sure that that happens, because I know it's so important for the Libertarian Party as well as for the state of Nevada that I'm back up there. If I'm not there, then we don't have a voice. And I can assure you that my first priorities have always been and always will be, even though it's put me at odds sometimes with some folks, is I'm always with the people, because that's who I am. I get up every morning just like everybody else. I don't have some trust fund or some big endowment. I have to work and scrap around to just put food on the table. So that sometimes is a challenge, so I understand what folks go through on a daily basis. So that's where my thoughts are all the time, and that's who I continue to fight for and always will. I appreciate it, and I appreciate all your support. Thank you very much.
All right, so I'm so excited about that race, guys. If you go to reelectjohn.com, that's our campaign website. If you go to reelectjohn.com/donate, then you can be a part of his campaign. You could also, take the voter pledge, find out about his issues, find out about, about John and the campaign and that kind of thing. Reelectjohn.com, check it out. And next, we've got some other big announcements coming up, and I want to introduce from American Dream Presents, the site coordinator, Jason Lundgren.
Thank you, Jason, for the introduction. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming out this evening. Thank everybody for being in attendance. We'd like to thank the staff and management here at Saute for hosting this event tonight. We'd also like American Dreams to recognize the Libertarian Party of the state of Nevada and Brett Pajunas, the chairman, for collaborating with us for our event on May 27th in Orlando, Florida. As well, we'd like to thank the co-promoter Ralph Faulkner with My Inner Circle Incorp. ADP would like to also thank Gigi Ullman with Leroy Neiman Gallery.com for sponsoring this announcement tonight. As well, a special thank you to Wade Miller with the California Veterans Home Loan Center. And the reason that we're all gathered here this evening is to announce the return of two boxing stars of the boxing world. On May 27, 2016, at the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida, we'll have a double main event with a special attraction. This will be a 6-bout fight card featuring, in the special attraction will be Roy Jones Jr. protege from Cleveland, Ohio, a cruiserweight contender Omari Braxton. Omari brings to us an undefeated record of 4 wins and 0 losses, an outstanding boxer with great hand speed and movement. Fans can expect a great and entertaining show from Omari. Moving on to the first main event, we will have Hector Machito Camacho Jr., son of the late legendary boxing icon Hector Macho Camacho, who will do battle in a 10-round bout with an opponent yet to be determined. It is my honor and privilege to announce in the second main event the return of the American Dream, Ronald Johnson, who will also face an opponent that's yet to be determined as well. In the remaining 3 bouts, we will be showcasing 3 local boxers from the Orlando market. At this time, we'd like to bring up and hear from some of the main components of this event, starting with the co-promoter, Ralph Faulkner of My Inner Circle Incorp. Please join me in giving him a hand as he makes his way to the microphone.
First of all, how's everybody doing tonight? Well, it's been a long time coming. We've been working on this for a while. I'd like to thank the whole Libertarian Party, the restaurant, and everybody else for having us tonight. I'm not going to stand up here all night and say this and say that. All I'm saying is, Ron, you ready? Okay, we're going to take over, baby. It's going to be a good year. All right.
Thanks, Ralph. Next, we'd like to hear from Brett Pajonis, the chairman of the Libertarian Party of the state of Nevada. Please join me in giving him a round of applause as he makes his way to the podium.
Oh yeah, it's boxing time! Guys, this is awesome. We've been waiting for this for so long. Ronnie and I have been friends for a number of years now. We've been talking about how do we get the Libertarian Party involved with boxing? How do we take the fact that he's the only Libertarian boxer and make something good from that? Well, it's taken a long time, brother, but we're here now. So listen, we have our national convention in Orlando, Florida, Memorial Day weekend. That Friday night of our convention, we're going to have American Fight Night. It's going to be awesome. With Ron out there making his comeback to the ring, we got Camacho Jr. This is going to be a night to remember. We're so excited about it. Give everyone a round of applause. So now, as the only Libertarian boxer, what we need to do is make sure that everybody knows about it. And I want you guys all to be a participant at the National Convention in Orlando with the Libertarian Party. So with that said, Ron, knock him out, brother.
Thanks, Brett. Next, with great pleasure, it's my honor to also bring up the sponsor of this press announcement this evening, Gigi Ullman of LeroyNeiman.com. Please join me in giving her a hand as she makes her way to the microphone.
I decided to take this home tonight as Ron Johnson's because it matches my outfit. Sorry, Ron. This is a pimple on my ass compared to what Ron's gonna get this year. He's gonna be the worldwide what? I've been telling him. He's going to be the worldwide lightweight, right? Light heavyweight. I'm just getting in this boxing. I'm not going to fake. Lightweight champion of the world. This year, yay! And I'm putting my money where my mouth is. Here's the scoop. I'm an expert at art. I've been in the art business since 1980. 15 years at Caesar's Palace. I was 19 years old. I moved here from Portland, Oregon. Nice. Portland, Oregon. Mom and dad, brothers, we all moved here to retire. Dad couldn't retire. Mom couldn't retire. And I went to UNLV. And then I walked into Caesar's and I said, I'm the best salesperson in the world. I was only 19, and I worked for Gucci, the designer. And they said, from 1 to 10, how much are you? And I said, I'm a 20. And they said, you're hired. So little did I know, this is funny, little did I know that all these boxers would come into Gucci because Gucci shoes they stretched, and they were soft leather, and they were size 14 and 15 and 16 and 13, you know. And who came in? Muhammad Ali and his group, and Don King, and everybody, and Larry Holmes, and everybody came through Gucci. Well, they would come in, and I was a little girl, and I was 19, and I'd say, oh my God, they're so old, and Don King is so ugly, and what's wrong with his hair, and and I was a little baby, you know, 19 years old. And at the same time, Leroy Neiman would come through, and he started dating my girlfriend in Gucci, and she said, you have to come see these big panels on the sports side. And you have to come to the party. And I said, ooh, I hate his mustache. And ooh, what does he do? And why do you like him? And yuck. And I said, I don't want to go, you know. And so what I did is I worked for Gucci, and I was their top salesperson. And the art gallery guy came over, and he said, come work for the art gallery. And I said, no, that old man over there makes no money. He sits over there, and he sells like those paintings. And the guy says, well, he sells Chagall and Picasso and Rembrandt and all. And I said, I don't know who that is, because back in Portland, I never had an art class. Well, little did I know that those Chagalls were $350,000, and the Moreaus were $250,000, and the Rembrandts were $65,000, you know, and the Dollies were whatever, you know, $250,000, the originals, right? So I went and worked for the art gallery. Well, I didn't make a sale for 6 months. And I used to go out with my clients, and I would complain. And after 6 months, I finally made my first sale, and I was sold. And from then, I started selling all the art. If I go to Carmel, I know all the art. If I go to New York, I know all the art. Well, guess what? Everybody wants to buy two artists, Leroy Neiman or Andy Warhol. Why? Because those two artists make the most amount of money. So if you buy an original Leroy Neiman, and if you look at my old websites, I've got like 50 or 80 artists, and that's what they sell everywhere. But I decided I'm just going to do Leroy Neiman and Andy Warhol, because that's what the auction houses sell. So that's what I got into. Well, Leroy Neiman sells boxing art. Who does he sell? He sold Madison Square Gardens because he was addicted to boxing. He was just so addicted. He did Frazier Foreman, Ali Athlete of the Century. He did Tyson. I sold Tyson. And I sold the Tyson original. Roberto Duran, which I was going to bring tonight, but didn't come in. I was going to have an original Roberto Duran here, which I'm going to bring to the next event. I have a Murray Goodman, and I didn't know anything about boxing until, ironically, I called for Jay in California because I've been stalked, and I said, Jay, come from California, and he said, why don't you get into boxing? And I said, you know what, I kind of liked it when I was young. So anyway, this is how I got into boxing. And so I've only been into boxing, to be honest, 2 months. So guess what? You'll see a lot of me now. And I love this event, and thank you for inviting me, and thank you for letting me sponsor you, and God bless you, and I love you all. Thank you.
That's Gigi. She's amazing. I am not only the American Dream Presents site coordinator, but I am her bodyguard. And I'm proud of that. The neat thing, it's only in America that you can have a Ron Johnson, the American Dream, and it's only in America that you can have a Gigi Omen and LeroyNeimanGallery.com. And somehow, only in America can we put the two together with the Libertarian Party of the state of Nevada and collaborate and have an event that is absolutely going to be amazing and terrific. We bring politicians, we not only bring politicians, but we bring politicians, boxing, art, money, all together. The fans, you gotta love it. That's how we do it, only in America. Now, without any further ado, the next guy coming to the stage is part of the Dream Camp. He is the 2003 inductee to the Boxing Hall of Fame. He is a 3-division world boxing champion himself. He is one of the main trainers for the Dream Camp. Without no further ado, it's my honor and privilege to bring up Mike, the Body Snatcher McCollum.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here today. I'm very happy to be here today because something's going to happen. We're going to shook up the world. Ron John's going to shook up the world. A lot of people don't know Ron like I know Ron. I was fighting back in the days, and he was fighting too. And I always admire him. And I said to him, you know, Ron, if you don't take this thing serious, you're going to be a bad boy, because you're a bad boy. And now he's really getting it together, and I'm very happy that he's doing so, and a lot of people around him, and he's going to do wonderful. I'm helping him train, and he's doing well, and he's going to be fantastic. So look out for Ron. He's going to be all right. Thank you.
Thank you. We're getting to the best part of our announcement tonight, but before I bring up the American Dream himself, Muhammad Ali once said, you can be the world's best garbage man, you can be the world's best supermodel. It doesn't matter what you do as long as you're the best. And to be the best, you have to surround yourself with the best. And as site coordinator for American Dream Presents, that's exactly what I've done. I've assembled the best business people in Las Vegas with the best political party in Nevada and probably the nation, and I collaborated and put them all together for my best friend, Ron Johnson, the American Dream. So without any further ado, the time has come where to bring up the American Dream, Ron Johnson. But before I do, he is from Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Cleveland, Ohio. He is the former WBF light heavyweight champion. He is the former IBA light heavyweight champion. And he is the former WBC light heavyweight champion of the world. With great honor and my privilege, the American Dream, Ronald Johnson. Woo!
All right. Well, I just want to say, first and foremost, I want to thank God, and also, you know, I want to thank everyone for being here. It's truly an exciting time. I haven't been this happy, honestly, in a long time. It's been some years. I feel like my life was in a blah, but you know, it's I'm getting I'm more mature now. I'm not as young as I was. I know what I want out of life. I've took different routes, different obstacles. I've made money, not had money, but at the end of the day, my passion never changed, and that's boxing. At the end of the day, that's what I love to do. Like one of my closest friends, in the back, we were shooting pool, me and Mr. Ron Bailey, and we had this conversation. And I told him from that day on, this is my passion, and this is what I want to do. Nothing feels greater than looking at another man bow down to me in the ring. And there's nothing he can do about it. You know, so it's sad. You know, I don't want to sound too vicious, but hey, I'm addicted to it. I'm sorry. You know, it's I love walking out the tunnel, hearing people chant my name. I'm not a sore loser, but I've never been really much of a team player, basketball, football. I played those sports, but I hate losing because of what somebody else do wrong. And boxing is me and you, so I can't complain, can't point a finger at nobody else. You know, so that's one of my main reasons why I love the game. And I'm just happy and honored to be here. I thank everyone. It's been a rough few years, man. But hey, I keep smiling. I'm gonna keep train my heart out. And then May 27th in Orlando, Florida, it's gonna be the return, and it's gonna be like I never left. And everyone's gonna love it. I'm gonna regain and be on top. HBO, Showtime, everyone's gonna be there waiting, and I'm gonna bring Ralph Faulkner, Ron Bailey, Gigi Omen, the Libertarian Party of Nevada, and the whole Libertarian Party in the world with us. So, because everybody in the world is a Libertarian, whether you know it or not. So I just want to let you know that, you know, don't nobody like to be told what to do. You know, that's just like that. So hey, you know. So hey, you know, I'm not gonna take too much time. I feel relaxed. I feel at home. I'm just happy. And thank you all for coming out. And it's a pleasure. And see you all in May.
In closing, we invite you all out May 27th to Orlando, Florida. You can find more information at americafightnight.com. The information will be on there for the tickets and so forth. We appreciate you all coming out, and thank you, and have a great night.